Welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Brothers. We made it to 5-1. In my opinion, this is where the game starts to really play nasty with you. As a kid, 5-1 was pretty much the farthest I ever made it. We called it the Snow World back then. Now that I think about it, there's nothing very snowy about it, except that the trees are white like this, but you can see it, right? It's the Snow World. Be a pal. But yeah. Usually, 5-1 is fine. It's not so bad. The real problem is 5-2. And that's because it introduces my mortal enemy, the Hammer Brother. If you don't have your Fire Flower when you make it to 5-2, you're going to have a hard time with the very first Hammer Brother in the level. It's kind of a game ender. Aside from that, the rest of World 5 is actually not so bad. Hammer Brothers with platforms are fine. It's when you come across a Hammer Brother that's just chilling there. That's always a real problem. It is time. I'll show you what I mean. Just make it to the other side of this, and then... there he is. Look at that jerk, chilling in the stairs like he doesn't have a care in the world. He's a major problem. Unless you have fireballs, and then he's kind of a joke. So always make sure to have fireballs once you make it here, and you'll be fine. I just remembered I wanted to tell you something about these stairs at the end of the level, but actually this level has stairs all over the place. They look like chocolate bars to me. I don't know if I'm the only one who sees that, but... well, as a kid there was this brand of chocolate milk. You could get them in little cartons, kind of like juice boxes, and their logo was this chocolate bar. And we usually get them from the not the fire station, the fire station, my goodness. We'd get them from the gas station, where we always went to refuel. And weirdly enough, not only did that chocolate milk remind me of Mario 1, but that same gas station, it was called Esso. They would give away Super Mario Brothers figurines. So because of that, Esso kind of became the official Super Mario Brothers gas station for me. Did I tell you about that in Super Mario 2? I might have mentioned it briefly. Or I'm becoming senile and I just told the same story 2 Let's Plays in a row. Well, I still have these figurines. Maybe sometime I could show them. Tell you what, I'll show them in the video. I'll take a quick picture and I'll add it once I edit the video so you guys will get to see them. I'm still missing quite a few of them though. I remember a few different figurines that my friend Julien mentioned to me that he'd seen, but I never got these. I thought I had the whole set, but I'm still missing some. Plus, I think that my collection has a few figurines from McDonald's mixed in there. It's kinda hard to tell them apart. I'm just very surprised that even this early, when I was a kid, Nintendo had a bunch of products for Mario that you could find. Here, I don't know if it was the same anywhere, but here in Quebec, it was very hard to find Mario products. You could find the occasional plush toy or figurine, or like a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle. But overall, it was very difficult to find these. Most people who had them had actually bought them in the States. Quebec is not that far from the States, so a lot of people here take trips there. Most of the Mario stuff I had as a kid we got in garage sales in a town next to my hometown, where it just so happened that a lot of people went to the States. I don't know if you had to go this far. Maybe just crossing into Ontario was far enough. We just always get the short end of the stick here in Quebec. We never get the cool stuff. Took us forever to have Pokemon merchandise too. Now it's kinda crazy how easy it is to find Mario figurines. They're all over the place. You just go to Walmart, and they had that World of Nintendo section where you could find figurines from all your favorite games. It's amazing. I wish it was like that back then. Or actually, I wish I could time travel and go check out Toys R Us. Who knows, maybe they had Mario figurines all along and I just had no idea where to look. Though I can clearly say that for Pokemon it was impossible to find. The first time I saw a Pikachu doll, I was freaking out, like, I couldn't believe it was there. The very first time I saw Pokemon merchandise in Quebec was at the flea market in the summer. They had all these bootleg plushies that you could find. I guess the best you could hope to find back then was bootleg stuff. In Chinatown also you could find Pokemon plushes. My oldest Pokemon plush is a Charmander, and it's not very accurate to what Charmander is supposed to look like. But you know, it kind of looks like his sprite from Pokemon Red and Blue, which is no compliment because all the sprites in Red and Blue look awful. But you know, as a kid, I was just happy to have Charmander. I was so desperate to have Pokemon plushies that I had this purple rhinoceros plush and I pretended like it was a brand new species of Pokemon. Don't remember what we called him, but I know he was a psychic type. I don't think I still have that. If we do, it's at my parents' daycare now. Maybe the kids play with it and they have no idea it's secretly a brand new psychic type Pokemon. And now we make it to the black and white world. Which apparently my girlfriend thought was very lazy of them. It's like they forgot to add colors to that one. But it's just a stylistic choice. Stylistically lazy? The jumps are kinda hard in this one. Though I can't complain about my controller, it seems to really not be playing tricks on me right now. Compared to Mario 3, this is a big improvement. Whoa! Whoa! I'd love to make it to the end without game over. That would be amazing. Yeah! Already 6-4. Oh, that was a lot of fireworks. I don't remember exactly what number is supposed to be at the end of your timer to get the most fireworks. Is it 7, 5, and 3? Or am I getting this backwards and it's 6, 4, and 2? Huh. Might want to look into that. My timing is off. They made them spin like that on purpose to throw you off. Well, as long as we get a fire flower back in World 7, we'll be okay. I'd love to have one in World 8. We won't be able to beat Bowser with fireballs, so let's just drop him. Bowser go down the hole. Toad looks ginormous compared to Mario right now. It's kind of freaky. World 7. I barely remember this one. I've been practicing Mario 1 in my free time on my TV, just to improve at beating the game without skipping any worlds. But World 7, I always forget what it's like. I guess you could say it's the bullet bill world. They're all over the place. It's like a battlefield. It makes sense, it's the final world before Bowser's world, so of course there'd be cannons all over the place. I love how in Mario 3, when you make it to Bowser's world, it's full of tanks and battleships and cannons. It makes Bowser's Empire look more convincing. Oh, come on. Do I have to do the Hammer Brother dance with you? Get out of the way. Oh dear. Dance, dance! Okay. That was a scary... There must be something in there. Nice, exactly what we needed.
Just what I needed.
Whew. This is starting to give me emotions. I never made it this far as a kid. We're completely in new territory. Anything after World 5. Though I did make it pretty far in Super Mario Deluxe. I think the very first time I finished Mario 1 was in Super Mario Deluxe. Because there was this world map, you could save your game. I thought it was a lot more fair this way because you got to practice levels without having to start the whole game over again. It's very nice of them to have done that. It's a lot more fair when you think about it. Maybe if they had released Mario 1 later, they would have gone with that right from the start. Though that kind of contradicts my earlier argument about how they tried to make games really hard to pad their length, so that people didn't feel ripped off. If you could save, you'd finish the game very quickly and maybe you'd be less tempted to restart. Back then, people played the same games over and over and over again just because that was the only thing they had. So you'd get really good at one game, like the one game you had, and that was it. Maybe that's why maybe that's where speedrunners came from. People who became obsessed with just the one game they had. If I ever had to competitively play a game, maybe I would choose Star Fox 64 and I'd try to really hone my skills. I played it last night and, oh dear. See what I mean about these cheap? I played it last night and tried to take a different route than the one I'm used to. Mostly because, well, it's boring always getting through the same route. And my girlfriend encouraged me to try the route where you fight Star Wolf 2 times instead of just once. So I decided to do that, and up to Star Wolf everything was fine, but Sector X is such a pain in expert mode. I had a hard time keeping both my wings, so every time I made it to these gates at the end of Sector X, I messed it up. I ended up restarting so many times that I game over. So I need a lot of practice. I'm nowhere near competitive level. I always was so proud of my score in Star Fox. I'm like, wow, I got 1400? And then I saw what an expert player looks like, and they get crazy scores like 5000. That's because you can actually kill the same enemy more than once. So instead of getting just 1 point from these enemies, you get like 3. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. This is another one of these mazes. Oh yeah, okay, I remember the pattern. You go down first, then middle, and then up. Just like so. And once you make it here, don't bother going down because you'll just die. It's up. Oh no. I know it's up. Let's try down first. It isn't, okay. How about up, middle, and then up? Yep, that was it. Alright. I should write this down or something. I keep forgetting what the pattern is in that level. Me and my terrible memory. Hello! That's a lot better. Seeing that giant toad in the other level was freaky. Okay, now we need to find a fire flower at all costs. I don't think we'll be able to find one until 8-3 actually. But as long as we have one to finish the game, I'll be happy. I'd love to finish off Bowser with fireballs. It's a matter of pride. And maybe, who knows, we'll find enough coins to get one more life. I'm not sure how many coins are left. I know that 8-3 barely has any, and in Bowser's Castle, there's no coins, just none. So you might be at 99 coins when you make it to Bowser's Castle and you're not getting that 1-up. You're done. Sorry, buddy. You're done for. Yay! They committed suicide! Don't bother with these Para Koopas. They're taking a big risk jumping over these little gaps, while Mario can just run over them. It's not exactly fair, is it? Oh, that jump. It's still... I still kind of hold my breath when I do that jump, even to this day. It's crazy that they expect you to do that. And that's nothing compared to the Lost Levels. Then again, Lost Levels is not exactly a fair game. I take no pleasure playing it. I know it's all about needing to be skilled enough, but I can't be bothered. I have no fun playing this. It's like... It feels like these terrible Mario Maker levels, like the really sadistic ones. I guess they were in a really terrible mood when they made Lost Levels. To think that was the original Mario 2, it's crazy. I wonder how people in Japan reacted. If the game must have been a big success anyway, because they ended up making Mario 3 and so forth. But here in the US, I don't think something like that would have caught on. I think it was very wise on, oh my goodness, I keep forgetting his name. Howard Phillips. I think it was very wise on his part to call that. Another disastrous jump. Urgh! Oh, interesting fact. You don't need to run to pick up speed before jumping. If you jump and jump again, that's enough to pick up speed. That's how I made that jump. You can also run down from that pipe and jump from there, but I find it's way more risky. I just like to play it safe, especially since I'm recording this. I didn't want to take a risk. Getting a game over screen this late in the game would be pretty terrible. Alright, 8-3. Here it's Hammer Brother Festival, but luckily most of them are on platforms like these, so we should be fine. Come down, buddy. Yeah. So if you need a mushroom or a fire flower, both Hammer Brother battles have hidden power-ups, so you can get them before the Bowser's Castle. So don't worry, if you lose all your power-ups in 8-1 or 8-2, this level has you covered. The other one is here. Just keep that in mind if you make it here without power-ups. Especially because you really want to have a fire flower for this part. These Hammer Brothers are just chilling there waiting for you. It's like an ambush. You can jump over their heads if you pick up enough speed. So if you don't have your fire flower, just jump above them. Don't bother trying to take them out. Well, some people are able to fight Hammer Brothers really efficiently by jumping on their heads at the perfect timing. But I always screw it up. Not good enough. I'd much rather just throw a fireball at them. Okay, I'll do everything I can to keep my fire flower until we make it to the bows. The bowls. My man. That platform is kind of hard to see. It was especially hard to see on my old TV. All the reds just kind of blended together on that TV. It was one of these old wooden TVs with, how do you call these? The dial to change the level? The level? Sorry. Been playing too much Mario. The dial to change the channel. You'd always have to set it on channel 3 to play the Nintendo, but for some reason, after a while, it shifted to channel 4 on my TV, and then it kind of got broken, and I had to put the dial somewhere between 3 and 4, and even then the picture was very flickery. That was soon after my NES broke, and we gave it away. There was one of my parents' friends who said that he could probably fix our NES, so we gave it to him. And next thing I know, we visited his home, and the NES was working perfectly. The NES wasn't broken. It just reached that point where the cartridges wouldn't work unless you blew into them. And as a kid, I had no idea you had to do that. Oh, look at tiny little Princess Peach. Thank you, Mario. Your quest is over. We present you a new quest. And that's what she means. The new quest is the new game plus, where all the Goombas are replaced by Buzzy Beetles. Should I play that sometime? Probably. Maybe I'll do one last episode sometime where I play the new game plus all in one shot. I could show you the speedrun route where you skip all the levels. How does that sound? Let me know if you'd like to see it. Well, that was Super Mario Brothers. Until next time, everyone, I wish you all a good night. And thanks for watching!